excited to be a part of the QuickBooks Ask the Expert series. It's a community of business owners that are excited to come together to basically help one another during one of the most trying times that we've all come across. So what's more exciting than that? QuickBooks has been committed to small business owners from the start, so being able to share my expertise alongside some other business owners is really exciting for me. Today I'm going to be talking about some things that have been very crucial to helping my small business flourish, especially during these times. With QuickBooks Payments and all the other amazing tools that QuickBooks offers, I've been able to grow my business, and I know that you guys can too. I have such faith and pride in all my boss babes, and I wish nothing but success for everybody. So if I can do anything to propel that, I always will. So during this pandemic, I feel like getting paid on time has been more important than ever. I need to keep track of my cash flow and make sure everything is going as great as it can be. So I used to bill customers by sending invoices in the mail, and we all know that can take days, even weeks sometimes. You never know with the postal services. So you'd have to wait days or weeks to receive checks back in the mail, and that just wasn't cutting it for me, especially during these times. So with QuickBooks Payments, it's so simple and easy. I can send email invoices directly to my customers, and the invoices have a payment button, and it's just built right into there. So as soon as they click that button, the customers can pay me instantly, and it's been so helpful and it's so easy. You can pay with a credit card or a debit card or an electronic check, or even a bank transfer. So pretty much however they want to pay, that's how they can pay it. So now I'm getting paid even faster in minutes or days and not weeks anymore. So along with smart business tools like QuickBooks, social media has been the medium at which I've seen my business grow. And I know the power that it holds, and I use that as much as I can. Having consistency, authenticity, and just being original are some of the most important things to me, especially when it comes to my business. I feel like I know what my supporters like, and I know, what I need to do to keep them engaged and to keep them wanting more from me in my business, and I use that through social media and marketing. And it's really fun. I love doing it, but it really has been so important to get to know that social media world and to know how to work it and to really, implement it into my business. I feel like every single business owner can utilize the magic of social media, especially now in this generation that we're in, where social media is so huge and it's so big. So I feel like connecting with potential clients can not only make you succeed short term, but it can propel you to your highest level of success and make it consistent as well. I know it can be super hard to make time for content creation, but I feel like that is very important, and if your business is important to you, you just know that you have to make the time. It's something that I kind of have to organize according to what I want to put out there and the times that I have launches and things like that. So I kind of have to coordinate everything, but it is very important to be yourself, and like I said, to be authentic and be consistent, because your audience looks forward to that. Once they are there and once they are engaging with you and they really love your brand, they expect to see those things from you, and you want to be consistent and you want to keep giving them what they want. So making time for content creation is very important, and it's something that I felt at first like I was very nervous about, because I kept thinking, oh, what if this other brand did it, or am I doing the same thing as another brand? And sometimes you find yourself kind of comparing, but you cannot do that. I think it's very important to realize that you can do what you want to do and create what you want to create, and you don't have to compare yourself to other brands. You don't have to you don't have to put yourself down. You just have to really be confident enough to know that your talent is going to shine through, and it's gonna show in your brand and your whatever you create. So don't knock yourself too hard. I know it can be hard, but just stay consistent, and I promise promise you everything will fall into place. Most importantly, I think it's important, obviously, to try and have fun. I know it can be really hard to redirect your thinking, especially when we are in trying times like this. But it really is important to have fun, especially in your business when things can feel so serious, and sometimes you have to be on top of everything and you're kind of just have like this tunnel vision. So I think just having fun with it is very important. I feel like content creation is a great outlet for me because it's something that I can use, and it enables me to channel all of this energy into something tangible and useful. So it has really helped a lot. So now I'll be answering a few questions that you guys have for me about my small business and the QuickBooks Payments. Okay, so the first question is, how do you stay motivated when your sales aren't that great? That's a great question, because I feel like I constantly have to redirect myself, if that makes sense, because when you own a small business, things are not always constant. Things are constantly up and down. So it's not really just this one simple, I'm making this monthly. I mean, yeah, you have your goals that you want to hit, but it's always, at least in my experience, it's always been a little up and down. There are weeks where I'm doing great, and then I have those little periods in between, or even months where I'm like, well, what is going on? So I feel like what I do to stay motivated is I just kind of think of new ideas. I feel like I have to kind of redirect my thinking and the brand and say, okay, if my audience or my supporters didn't really respond to this launch, or they didn't really like what I put out, I want to get to know them more. So that's when I go about social media and I ask questions, and I get to know the people that are following me and my brand, so that I know what I can give them in the future. So that way, I can get those sales and I can, give them what they want. I know it can be hard. You want to put out all the things that you love, and it's so hard to get involved in a business, especially like mine with like makeup and accessories and stuff. I'm always like, oh, I love this, and I want to launch this, but I have to think more than just myself. I have to think about my customers. Will they like it? Will they respond to this? So I think it is hard to stay motivated, but I just put that into content creation, and I realize that it does translate into my sales. So the more creative I get and the more ideas I come up with to show a product and things like that, the more feedback I get back. So that's something to be mindful about. But don't give up. It can get really hard. It's a small business. Not everything is going to be going great all the time. But as long as you put in that work and you kind of, just redirect and say, okay, this didn't work, but I'm going to try something different this time, you should see some results. So that's kind of what I do. Okay, so the next question I have is, if you have a limited budget for social media, how do you decide to spend it? This is a really bad question for me, because I feel like I live by the quote, no risk, no reward. So, not that I'm going crazy spending my budgeting money, but if I do feel like, I need something to push, a product, or just to push out anything, I will spend a little bit more than I may need to on social media. But I always feel like I do get that back in return. So I feel like so far my risks have been, turning into rewards. But I understand also that people, don't have the budget to do that or things like that. So I would just go through your expenses and see maybe if it's something that you can change, or, try and fit that budget so that you're not going over it, but you're also kind of making it too. I know it can be hard, but literally cutting out even little things like getting a coffee in the morning, or little things like that, that could get put into, your social media budget and stuff. So I would definitely say just, go through your expenses and weigh out the pros and cons, like what you really need and what you don't need, so that you can put that into marketing and, your budget and stuff like that. But as of right now, I do try and stick to my budget on social media, but if there is like a new launch that I have or something that I really, want to get more attention, I will go a little bit further and spend a little more. And I don't feel like that's, something that's bad or anything. You can get that investment back. But just make sure you're keeping up with it. So when you push those ads and you have to go back and look at the engagement and check all the insights and stuff like that so that you do see, okay, this is going how I want it to go. And if it's not, then I would definitely say step back a little bit. But yeah, that's how I do my budget for social media. It's going to be different for everybody, but I say just do what fits best for you and don't overextend yourself. So if you really can't do it, there's different ways that you can get your products out there. You don't have to spend money, go around to people that and word of mouth and stuff like that. So there's very different ways that you can, get stuff out there for social media and things like that where you don't necessarily have to spend a ton of money. So I would say utilize the apps that we have, like TikTok and Reels and things like that. Like, you'll be so surprised. You don't have to spend any money. You just make some content and it gets seen by hundreds, even thousands of people. And there you go. That's like your marketing for the month. So I would say, maybe look into other areas of, marketing, and that can help you with your budget, and you'll probably save a lot of money doing that also. Once again, I'm very excited and very happy that I was chosen to do this Ask the Expert series by QuickBooks. I hope you guys got some great insight into small business and QuickBooks Payments as well. Very helpful. So I encourage you guys to all look into that for your small business. You will not regret it. It has helped me and my small business immensely. So I can't say enough great things about it. So thank you guys for your questions, and I wish you all the best of luck, and I'll talk to you soon.